Well, welcome back to Channel Ron. Today I'm going to be replacing the glass in my garage door here. It mysteriously got broken here. I think a basketball had something to do with it. But anyhow, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece of glass and replace it with a new piece of glass. I'm not going to be replacing it with a replacement piece of glass that I purchased. I'm actually going to cut one out of a piece of glass that I have kicking around. So to do this, anytime that you're going to remove the frame, you're going to be careful because on the back side, if you remove these screws, the back side of this frame is going to fall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the other side and I'm going to put some painter's tape on the back side just to hold the frame. So that way when I remove these screws and pull this frame off, that back part will stay, and I'll show that to you. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so outside on the garage door, you've got this frame right here. And just like I said inside, you want to take something to hold that in. So when you remove the inside frame, it doesn't fall out. Now, if you've got somebody that can just hold that for you, you can do that as well. But if you're doing this all by yourself, like I am, it's going to be a lot easier just to put some painter's tape on there just to hold that frame from falling out. All right, now we can go ahead and remove these screws and not worry about the frame falling out. Now be careful, should be wearing gloves on something like this. This is just one piece, so I should be able to remove that frame and pull that broken piece of glass out of there. Now I'm going to need this just to double check my measurements. But we're going to measure this out before we go ahead and cut our glass. Okay, so I really don't have the glass itself to get a good measurement. I can get this from here to here because that part there is, is not broken. But from here to here, as you can see, that chunk was taken right out. But going by the marks that they have here on the frame, it showed 11 inches on the glass, and it's right on there. So I'm going to say that they're using these little tabs here to get the right measurement. So we've got 11 by 18 and a half. Go ahead and measure 11 inches. So we're going to hold that square down just like that. You're going to take your tool and you're just going to score it. What I like to do is take a piece of wood and kind of set it just behind where I scored it. Put a little pressure on it and just kind of push down on this end. It should snap right off. Just like that. Alright? Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here. It was 18 and a half inches. Go ahead and score it just like we did the other side. Again, I'm just using a piece of board here. Just going to lay that over the edge ever so slightly so the score is overhanging. Just put a little pressure on that, it should snap right off. Just like that. Alright. And there is our new piece of glass ready to be reinstalled. So the biggest thing is just want to measure it out and make sure you get a clean surface. Alright, let's go put it back. This had a little gasket that went all the way around, and it's a little worn up on the top here. I'm not really going to worry that much about it. So take your piece of glass very carefully and set it in there. It should fit if you measured it right. Okay, 11 inches by 18 and a half. And take your frame, hold the glass while you set the frame in there. I don't think there's a top and a bottom on this, but that one is dirtier on the bottom, so I'm assuming that that's the right way. No, actually, no, it does go like this. The other ones are dirty on top, so that's how this one goes. Alright, so now what you want to do is get your screw started. Don't push too hard, because remember, you just got tape holding that on the other side. Get a couple screws in there, like that. Here we go. Now I'm using a drill. I feel comfortable using a drill, putting these back in. So if you don't, just use a regular screwdriver. I'll just get these all started.
There it is. Now I can snug them up a little bit. Nice. Okay, let's go outside and take the tape off. Okay, there's our new window. Let's go ahead and take the tape off it. I like painter's tape because it doesn't tend to stay on forever like duct tape. All right, there it is. So all I need to do now is just kind of wipe it all down, clean it all up, and I'm good to go. Well, that's how you replace a piece of glass. If you've got some glass kicking around, and how you cut it. It's not a whole lot to it. I would suggest you trying it out first on some junk glass. Just make sure that you can cut the glass and do some experimentation with that first before you tackle something like this. Well, hope this helps you with your problem with a broken window, and I'll see you on the next one.